For more Magic the Gathering resources, check out my friends at paperchampion.net and Kitchen Table MTG. Okay, so we are playing Green-Black Obliterator. And, yes, I'd like to go first. Now, this is my first time playing this, and it looks just okay. But let's give it a shot. Let's see how we do with this. It could be that I just get kind of screwed over here with my mana, but we'll see what we can do. So we'll go turn 1, tap Ulvenwald Tracker. Alright, and then turn 2, we'll go to Inquisition of Kozilek into Woodland Cemetary, and then hopefully pick up another land, black source, and then be able to... actually, we'll need 3 black sources to cast Gatekeeper of Malakir. So hopefully we'll get into something good here. I don't need to stop on my opponent's upkeep. That was from another game. Soul Sisters, alright. Well, Damnation might be pretty good for that. Another Ulvenwald Tracker, alright. So let's go to Inquisition. See what we can get rid of in my opponent's hand. Serene Steward, Make a Stand, Sarah Avatar, World Queller. Ugh. Alright, let's see. Alright, Sarah Avatar. Make a Stand. You're going to +1 to 0 and gain Indestructible to end of turn. That one's actually going to be kind of problematic. Serene Steward. Let's get rid of Make a Stand. Okay, and we'll tap, oops, cancel Ulvenwald Tracker. Alright, and we'll just swing. He's not going to block with the Soul Attendant, because he's not going to want to give up one of his sisters, and besides, he can gain back this 1 life, you know, pretty easily. He'd be a fool to trade. Or he or she. Alright, so I just need to pick up a few more black sources, and then I'll be in pretty good shape. Although, yeah, it'd be pretty funny though, because I can force him to force my opponent to get rid of the Soul's Attendant by forcing a fight between the Ulvenwald Tracker. I don't know if I necessarily want to do that, although it might be a decent form of removal. Really? Wow, I was not expecting that. I know he's got another one, but usually you want 2 out when you're playing Soul Sisters. Alright, so... well, I guess I just wait here. Sure, I'll attack again. If my opponent wants to, they can try and they can block it again. Yeah, I knew they wouldn't block with the second one. Yeah, I was actually shocked that they blocked with the first one at all. I wouldn't have. Okay, so now they're going to put a counter on their creature. Alright. Oh yeah, they don't have enough life to... They don't have any mana to add the counters in. Alright, so I'll swing for 1, that's okay. Alright, Geralf's Messenger. Oh, 3 black is killing me. This forest is hurting me a lot. Might have to trim down the forests a bit. Well, let's throw out Gatekeeper of Malakir. I would prefer to cast it with the kicker and force my opponent to sacrifice a creature. But I'm going to do it right now while they're tapped out. Okay. I am not going to swing. Okay, and see where we go. Hopefully we can get my opponent to put out all their creatures, and then I can cast Damnation and kill them all. Okay, so I'm willing to actually just trade off like 2 for 2 here. Vampire Nighthawk is going to be good. Okay, so flying, death touch, lifelink. Okay, so this way I can start gaining life as well. Okay, they're going to be able to put some counters on their creatures. All right. All right, yeah. And they'll probably... Really? Only one? Is it just target creature? Oh, yes, on target, one target creature. Okay. That's okay. My Nighthawk can get rid of that. All right. Now, as soon as I get another black source... Alright, I will block that. Does he have something that can block a Death Toucher? Make a stand? Alright. Alright, it's better to use that at that time there. Alright, so we'll go Fatal Push. Okay, and then we'll swing. Alright, so far we're looking okay. I would like to pick up another black source. Okay, so Rock's Faith Mender. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Let's, Yeah, let's go tap. I control this. I want to fight Soul's Attendant. Alright, so this way the Faith Mender doesn't really do that much to get rid of the Soul's Attendant. No, I will just wait. Might be able to just out-control my opponent without having to use the Damnation. World Queller. Alright. Let's see. Another messenger. Alright. Well, let's go. Let's try and Damnation this. Okay, so opponent's tapped out. And go. We'll see what my opponent has. Alright, so does my opponent have something good? Another Faith Mender, alright. Forest, alright, well. Geralf's Messenger. Okay, so opponent loses 2 life. Alright, I'm not sure what to think here, because, like, you know, we're both basically at a standstill. We just have, like, a ton more mana. And my opponent has, like, a ton of stuff that they can do. Savage Punch is nice, but... Let's see, is he going to swing? Yeah, of course. He's going to get 2 life from it. Alright, and Sarah Avatar. Ouch. Alright, removal? Nope. Alright, that's gonna be pretty much it. Okay. That was pretty much a finisher there. Alright, what to do? Alright, let's try and go the Ensnaring Bridge route. Okay, so we're gonna take out Duress and Inquisitions. So we'll let our opponent do whatever there. Do I really care about the Necrogen Mists? No, well, let's keep it this way. Alright, so I'll throw it in Ensnaring Bridge. and just use that to hold off my opponent. They can gain as much life as they want, but an Ensnaring Bridge will make it so that Sarah Avatar won't be able to attack. Alright, so... oh, got the Obliterator. And I have the mana to cast it. Alright, so let's go keep for sure. Give my opponent GG's there. Alright, so Overgrown Tomb, go. No, I don't want to pay any life, since I have no play anyways. Okay, now what sucks is that I can't play anything until really turn 3. But after that, I've got Gatekeeper of Malakir, you know, a bunch of other things like that, so that's good. So we'll just go no plays. Okay. So next turn I'll cast Gatekeeper of Malakir, force my opponent to sacrifice a creature. Ajani's Pridemate. Okay. Comes in as a 3/3. Alright. He's going to swing for 1, probably. Yes. Okay. Alright. Ooh, Fatal Push. Now, do I Fatal Push the Pridemate? Or do I just wait? I think I just wait. Let my opponent go and swing, and I'll cast Fatal Push on my opponent's turn. So hopefully he'll tap out, cast something, you know, try and pump up the Pridemate, and then I'll Fatal Push it. Alright, so another Pridemate. Okay. That's alright. Because after that, I get an Obliterator. Alright. Oh, yeah, that's okay. Put everything out. 5/5. Alright, well, we will Fatal Push your Pridemate. We'll take 1. Alright, so we'll go to Swamp, and we will cast Phyrexian Obliterator. Hopefully he has no path to exile. Okay, so if he attacks with his Pridemate, then he's going to be pretty screwed. Alright. Okay, so opponent plays their land. Still got 4 cards in hand, which is pretty good. Survive, gain 2 life, and if you have more life than an opponent, draw a card. Alright. That's okay. Swing with your Pridemate. Then you can sacrifice 6 permanents and just wipe your whole board. Okay. Do it. Do it. Oh, alright. Vampire Nighthawk. Okay, well, let's go. We'll get pay 3 and get Vampire Nighthawk out. Okay. Alright, and yeah, we'll swing. Alright, so that's doing pretty good. The Death Toucher can stop my Johnny's stop Johnny's Pridemate, unless he's got some form of removal for it. I'd love to pick up one of my fighting spells now, like the Setessan Tactics or something like that. That would be an awesome sudden pick there. Alright. We'll see how we do, though. I feel like we're behind on this. Oh, really? Alright, well, we'll block it, I guess. Even if he has a trick, I don't want to lose 10 life. Wow. He just gave it up? Okay, well, I'll take it. That's not what I was expecting. I was expecting whatever that spell was that gave them indestructible. Another Pride Mate. Alright. Alright, well. Come on. Ulvenwald Tracker. Serene Steward. Alright. Okay, and man, Soul Sisters is going to be a tough match here. Okay, what I really need is like an Ensnaring Bridge. Okay, well, Gatekeeper of Malakir is okay. Let's go tap, tap, and tap. Gatekeeper with Kicker. Okay, so opponent's got to sacrifice a creature. Okay. Okay. So they're probably going to sacrifice a Soul Attendant. Yep. And Woodland Cemetery. Tap, tap, and tap. Gatekeeper with Kicker. Okay. They'll probably sacrifice their other Soul Attendant. Or maybe their Serene Steward. Okay. Yeah, that's what I would do. Alright. And I'll just hold up here. They cannot attack me, so that's okay. World Queller. Alright. Fighting card. Oh, another Gatekeeper of Malakir. Alright, well, let's go pay 3. Gatekeeper with Kicker. Force them to sacrifice another creature. Probably going to have to get rid of World Queller. But they might just go Soul's Attendant. Pride Mate. Wow. I was not expecting a Pride Mate. Geralf's Messenger. Alright. We'll go to attacks then. Alright. Alright, well, I'll start bringing my opponent back down. Alright, I'll sacrifice the messenger. Of course he's going to choose... Oh, really? Sorcery. Okay, weird. At least... I don't know, at least I would do creature. Alright. Damnation. Oh, do I do Damnation? No, I don't think I do. I think I just actually... Just maybe swing in again? Alright, and we'll see where we can go from there. Okay, so does my opponent choose creature? Instant. Alright. Weird. Weird. Why is he choosing those things? Like, he doesn't want me to sacrifice anything? Okay. Pride Mate. Alright. That's fine. Now, is he going to swing with anything? Another Obliterator. Alright. Alright, so we'll be swinging for 10 every turn after this. Alright, so my opponent won't be able to sacrifice anything, or get me to sacrifice anything. Okay. Sorcery again? Alright. Another Faith Mender, okay. Swamps, alright. We'll play it out. Okay. My opponent's on a 3-turn clock. Okay, we'll see where we can go from here. Alright, so 2 Obliterators. Alright. What I really want is for my opponent to pick up a card that forces me to fight. Right, then I can fight with then I'll be able to force him to fight against his Pride Mate. You'll have to sacrifice 8 permanents. That's gonna be awesome. Alright, back to 32, eh? Well, it's gonna be hard to take my opponent down here. Alright, you can swing with your Pride Mate. I'll just chump. Alright. Woodland Cemetary. Not really what I wanted. Maybe some fetch lands would be better here. Gonna thin out the deck a bit. But alright. We'll just swing with one of the Obliterators. Alright. So, my opponent... Is he going to... What's he going to do? Okay, so sorcery again. Opponent really doesn't do anything. Is he going to swing? Nope. Ah, ha, 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 finally. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, costs 1 more to cost for each target beyond the first. Until end of turn, any number of targets, creatures each gets +1/+1, and gain this creature fights another target creature. And gains tap, right? Yeah. Okay, so I will get my Phyrexian Obliterator to fight World Queller, the other Phyrexian Obliterator to fight Ajani's Pride Mate, and I will get Geralf's Messenger to fight, let's see, I'm not sure if Fiend Slayer Paladin would get the first strike, so I'll just go against Soul's Attendant. Alright, so let's go tap, green, 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 okay, any number of target creatures, so Phyrexian Obliterator, any number of target creatures. Oh, okay. So, Geralf's Messenger, Phyrexian Obliterator. Okay. Alright. So I will get Phyrexian Obliterator to fight Ajani's Pride Mate. Alright, so I want you to fight Ajani's Pride Mate. Okay, what's he gonna do? That's fine. Okay. Now my opponent has to sacrifice, what, 9 permanents? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you can keep 3 things. If he was, well, was going to say, if he was smart, he would get rid of all his creatures, because I'm just going to make him fight again if he leaves any. But if he doesn't, then like then he'll just have nothing. I'll just clear his whole board. Alright, so he's got to sacrifice almost everything. Then next I'll make his... Alright, then I will make him fight World Queller. Okay. Alright, now we'll move to attacks. And this might take a little bit of time, but not too much time. So my opponent basically has to start the game with 75 life against nothing, and apparently no lands in hand. We'll just go straight to attacks. Haha! Oh, that's exactly how I drew it up there. Perfect. Although against white, you know you're going to have Path to Exiles. Alright, so go against my opponent. Ugh, so much land. Still, I'm doing, what, 12 damage per turn? I'm on a pretty good clock. Alright. The plains. Alright. Well, might as well get the Nighthawk out. Okay, go to attacks. And, okay, my opponent's hanging in there. They technically have a number of turns where they could potentially rebuild their board state. It's going to be pretty epic if they do. But, I mean, that's how those epic games happen, when you just don't give up, so... God, land like crazy. Alright. Alright, so now I'm doing, what, 14 damage per turn? And life linking? So 2 turn clock now. Alright, does my opponent have anything? Transcendent Master? Alright. So it starts off as a 3/3. Okay. Sure. God. Alright, well, let's just keep going. Alright. So he'll block one thing here. Probably, yeah, Gatekeeper. Alright. So, 2 turns now. Sunseed Nurturer. Alright. They're gonna have to chump block here. God! Alright, how many lands do I have? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of my lands. Like, half my lands are drawn. Alright. You can trade off. He's gonna have to. Alright. Now, will Mono Black Good Stuff be able to pull out a win here? Okay, opponent's got something coming out. Okay, but I think he has to block the Obliterator. I think they have to. Because, yeah, if they don't, that's going to be 5 damage coming through. So they're going to have to block it with something. Probably this 1/1, right? Which is going to make it so, like, they're going to have to sacrifice all their, like, another thing. Probably another land. Okay. Serene Steward, alright. Okay, that's alright. Alright, so any attacks? Oh, I'm surprised. Oh no, because if they attack they can't block. Ooh, Ensnaring Bridge. Well, we'll see what happens here. Let's just swing. I don't think I'll need to do anything. They have to block Phyrexian Obliterator. Alright, so they're going to have to sacrifice something. Probably a land. Oh, really? You chumped with a 2? Alright. So now you have to sacrifice 2 things. Probably... Oh, and opponent just scoops. Alright. Oh, they lost. Alright. Well, that's kind of how I drew it up. I think we might be a little land heavy here. But other than that, I think we're okay. Let's go to submit deck just like this. I think that the Ensnaring Bridge main board might be a good idea, because what we can do is, against large creatures, we can just lock down our opponent. I think I might have too many forests, but we can lock down our opponent with the Ensnaring Bridge and then just force our opponent to like fight and like basically wipe their board. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. Ensnaring Bridge main board is kind of an expensive choice, but alright. They didn't take very long to choose to sideboard, but I guess we'll keep. Went down to 5, or went down to 6. You got no turn 1 or 2 play, basically. But I do have my main combo pieces. Okay, so I got a turn 3 play, which is good. I'm kind of running low on time, 10 minutes. So I can get turn 3 Geralf's Messengers, wait till I get green mana online, Pridemate, okay. Okay, Forest is good, okay, go. Then Phyrexian Obliterator, then Setessan Tactics. Do 2 damage to me here, yep. Okay. Oh, okay, well, let's go Woodland Cemetery. Black, black, black. Geralf's Messenger. Okay, do 2 damage to my opponent. Okay, so next turn will be Phyrexian Obliterator. And then after that will be Setessan Tactics with Geralf's Messenger. Okay. I think we're doing okay here. I'm going to take another 2. But they didn't have any sisters in their hand. Alright, so let's go to tap, 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 tap. Obliterator. Okay. Rock's Faith Mender can just block and life gain, so I'm not going to deal with that. Alright. Now, if my opponent doesn't do anything, what I might do, like if Pridemate doesn't get big enough, what I might do is just wait. Okay. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, put a +1 and you gain 1 life. Okay. Alright, well, that might work. So let's go and +1/+1 counter on Sunscorched Regent, and you gain 1 life. Alright, so how do I want to do this here? Let's play the forest. And, well, if we do get my opponent to sacrifice 5 things, that's going to be kind of tough for him to deal with. Or do I want to wait? Okay, so do I want to get 2 Obliterators out? No. I think I should do this now, because otherwise this creatures are going to get too big. So let's go Setessan Tactics. Just this creature. Yep. Okay. Okay, gain 1 life. That's fine. Maybe I should have used that. I should have cast it on Geralf's Messenger, actually. Okay. Okay, I will tap and fight Ajani's Pridemate. Oh no. Fight and attack Sunscorched Regent. Okay, so he has to sacrifice 5 permanents. So it's gonna be either 5 lands or something. Okay, so Pridemate, no. Land, all your lands. Come on, one of your creatures. One creature. Oh, all the lands. Okay. Then we will go tap, and tap. Put out a Gatekeeper of Malakir with Kicker. Okay, force my opponent to sacrifice one of his creatures. Okay, probably rocks Faithmender. Alright. And that's fine. Alright, so opponent back to 1 land. If he attacks, I'll just block with Geralf's Messenger. Okay, so go Swamp, all 4, another Obliterator. We'll come out and swing. And sure. Alright. So Undying, opponent loses 2 life. Alright, so next turn I'm going to be attacking with double Phyrexian Obliterators. Opponent's got just 2 lands. Can't attack me. Okay, Woodland Cemetary. We'll go Geralf's Messenger. Okay, we'll swing. Okay, so if he blocks the Gatekeeper, then he just loses. Alright, so he's got to trade off his Pridemate, go down to 1. Alright, so does my opponent have anything? Doesn't look like it. Yes! Alright. Awesome victory. Like, I wasn't sure how I'd do against Soul Sisters, especially in that first match, like when they just crushed me. But I think overall, like, you know, saving it up and forcing our opponent to sack so many things just really swung the game. Anyways, that's a good victory for me. I like it. If you do like the videos, remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.